So, the station is there. It's just gone 5 AM. I don't like being up this morning. There's various people around. There's some people there. There's some people there. There's some people around the side of the station over there. I'm not sure exactly when they're going to open the gates, but presumably sometime soon. The plan for today's video is that the first few trains of the day go eastbound. So we're going to head down to the platforms, hop on the first eastbound service, one stop to Tottenham Court Road, where we're going to then get out and then hop on the first westbound service back through the station so that I can say I've done the first service in both directions. Then after that, we'll have a look around the station itself and see what it's like.
My one request, folks, is please don't run. Okay, these are really long escalators. You'll be blown away. These long escalators that go to an intermediate area. Then you could, this side, the longest escalators. The longest escalators on the Elizabeth line. They're only 3 steps short of the longest on the whole network, which is where? Angel. No, they're 3 steps short, but they're the longest on the Elizabeth line. Okay? So please don't run because the first train's not till after 5:30.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 more people here than were here earlier. Hello. Yeah, it's got busier, and there's probably, yeah, I'm getting thumbs up. Yeah, we've got another James Bond coming. Yeah. Wait, is that Jack? I, for one, did not go for the formal look. I've just gone for the classic purple train, sort of. Yeah. Because you can't go wrong with the purple train look. Oh, that, hey! Woo! Big roundel, I'll get a picture with that later. Right now, let's head down to the platforms. Lift and escalators, as is to be expected with modern stations. They weren't lying when they said the escalators were long. Woo! So at the bottom of the escalators, you've of course got the standard 2 platforms, westbound platform B, eastbound platform A, escalators there taking up to the Hanover Square entrance. There are some people over there. Most people are going here because this is when the first train actually leaves from. And they're long. I mean, if you're not used to long platforms on Crossrail by now, I'm not sure where you've been, but still, it takes my breath every time.
Not yet.
Ah, that can't be right. That seems, yeah. Interesting. Well, we found a bug with the new station. Teams of engineers still in the station. Yeah! So, we'll have a quick peek at the Davies Street entrance, or at least the escalators leading up to it. So far, I will say it looks pretty similar to the other entrance. We will be exploring this all a bit more later. But, yeah, I like it. I approve.
At this point, I decided to make my way back to the platforms, where I had an idea.
The other thing that's becoming very apparent to me is when you look around, there's a lot of people dressed as James Bond. I think what we need to do is have a gathering of the Bonds.
Yes.
Yep, he approves. So, I don't know if this is going to be possible, but I'm thinking round up as many of the Bonds as I can find. We'll have a gathering of the Bonds. Is that or is that not a fantastic idea? I'm not sure if I'm joking about this or if I'm serious about it, but wouldn't it be amazing? I'm going to try. I might need the help of someone like Jeff, who people naturally flock to, but like, could you imagine? Ooh.
Printed at Bond Street.
Let me get a shot of that.
It's mine. It belongs to me.
That is fantastic. How do you feel that you've got the first paper ticket?
Honoured, but I don't think many people are going to be using the paper tickets.
No, it's a good point actually. Like, who uses them anymore?
Not many.
Are you interested in doing a gathering of the Bonds?
Absolutely.
Yeah, everyone I speak to does that, but then they all run off. So what I'm thinking is that every time we encounter, here comes another one. Every time we encounter another person dressed as Bond, then we add them to our collection of bonds. Will you join our collection of bonds? Yes, I want to make a gathering of the bonds. I've decided it's my mission. The other thing I realise is it's a bit hypocritical for me to be starting the gathering of the bonds when I'm not myself dressed as Bond. I have regrets, all right? But, you know, it's still a fun thing to do.
Train now approaching platform A is your Eastbound Elizabeth line service, calling at Tottenham Court Road, Farringdon, Liverpool Street, Whitechapel, Canary Wharf, Custom House, Woolwich and Abbeywood.
Woo!
Hey!
Way!
Good morning everyone, welcome to Bond Street Station.
Well, the only thing I would say that's a bit sad is the Brit not calling it Bond Street.
Yeah. Yeah. I did enjoy those announcements. Oh. I was going to say.
Yeah, can we get you on camera as well?
Yes.
What's your name?
Frankie.
Also, Frank's got a purple bow tie.
Burgundy.
Burgundy. Wow.
Amazon didn't get to me in time, but you need to find them.
You ordered multiple coloured bow ties.
I'll have 2, and that's 2 more than I had before I started.
It's a very nice bow tie.
But you need to find the person who's got them suits.
Mr. Chance. Yeah,
Yes, oh, you did see him. Well done.
On that note, can I ask? I'm trying to organise a gathering of the bonds, right?
Yes.
Is that a thing you'd be interested in doing? Because look,
Yes.
I've already found. Okay, the third one's run off, but look, we've got 2 here. We'll do a gathering. Oh, look, there he is. We'll do a gathering of the bonds.
For a photo, yes?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Do
it.
Now I've got Jeff on my side. The gathering of the bonds cannot be stopped.
Because he's down there. Well, I'm getting off here. Children.
Look at everyone getting off and then immediately going to the cross passages. It's big, isn't it? You forget how big the cross passages are here. I know.
Oh yes.
Interestingly, Bond Street is now shown.
No one knew.
Next service on platform B is for Paddington. First stop, Bond Street.
Yeah! Way!
The platform is a westbound service to Paddington.
This one has a few more confused commuters on it.
Bond Street!
Woo!
Paddington Station, and the next stop will be Bond Street.
Yeah!
Passengers to alight on the train before boarding.
Yeah, there's confused commuters. There's confused commuters, and then all the train nerds.
There were some regular commuters who just got off there that looked just like, what's going on? Normal passengers. Alright. Oh, this train has got some normal passengers. I thought the thing to do was to hang down carriage number 1. Because we're now at the back.
I was thinking that. I'm surprised more people didn't do that.
I was half expecting everyone to like run down the front.
Yeah. Well, I did, and then I ran back up.
Lead the way!
Yeah.
Lead the way, sir.
This should be the best line in history.
We were told to
It's
go
not
to
a tube line.
We were told
People
to go
still
on.
think it's a tube line.
I know.
It's not a tube line. People still think it is, but it's not.
There go the doors.
I don't understand.
Alright.
Here we go again.
Here we go, here we go.
You're the first westbound at Bond Street.
Yeah! Woo!
Here we are.
6 a.m. If you'll dive out that door, that'll be a really good shot.
Yeah.
You'll just pile out, that'll be a great shot.
Okay.
Oh, there's a roundel right there.
Oh! Let's go, let's go! Woo! Someone's staying on the train. There it goes. First westbound train. Now we've done those first 2 trains, we can say we've done the first. So we don't have to worry about time and things like that. We've got the rest of the day to explore the station and organise the gathering of the bonds. I still want to do that. I've seen the clock, right? And it's a stark reminder that it's still 6 in the morning. Like, yikes. Because you tend to forget, you get caught up in the atmosphere and then it's like, oh crap, it's really early. You kind of forget that bit.
And then the gathering of the bonds did actually happen, and was all photographed by the wonderful Tube Mapper. On screen are some of the photos I took, but if you want to see his ones from a proper photographer, all the links to his socials will be in the description.
And I'm going to do one from this side. I'm going to have to make you walk forward so I can see.
We've just met Jeff.
Yeah.
And
He always turns up.
And it turns out he's not James Bond, but he looks the part.
Yeah. What I'm thinking, because these guys are going to be around all day, I'm thinking I'll just explore the station for a bit, then catch up with them later. 'Cause they're not going anywhere. See you around. There we go. So this is the map showing the entrances and exits. So you can see, this is where we entered. You can see just how close it is to Oxford Circus Station. Got the new Davies Street exit there as well, which of course interchanges with the regular Bond Street station, which bizarrely isn't shown. I think it's like round here somewhere. But that's weird. You'd think that's the sort of thing they'd show. But anyway, yes. That way for the regular tube. Wait, no, that way for the regular tube. I'm confused. Yes, no, look. Hanover Square, Davies Street, Underground that way. I'm already getting confused. This is why good signage is important, and luckily the Elizabeth line has a lot of it.
I made my way back to the Hanover Square entrance, where I was offered a free pen.
I'd love an Elizabeth line pen. Thank you.
I was also able to get a nice shot of the escalators, although I didn't use them, opting for the lift instead.
Interesting thing as well, train ends there. The platform keeps going, because they've left passive provision for the day when longer trains are needed. That is something I'm a big fan of.
The corridor to the lifts can be found at the ends of both the platforms.
So, again, the corridor leading to the eastbound platform, significantly shorter, but then again down here, got way out to Hanover Square. No! No! How are you? How are you?
Very well, very well.
That's good. What are your thoughts on the new station? Because you were sort of involved in it, am I right?
Yeah, I'm the lead engineer for the Underground Crossrail team. I've been doing this station for about 9.5 years, so I've seen it since it was a hole in the ground to where it is now. So it's quite an achievement, actually.
Yeah, you must be really proud, definitely.
It's a great station, isn't it? You know?
It's lovely. I'm still exploring it, but what I've seen so far is excellent. I really love it.
Well, I'm Jerry, and this is Matt, and Matt's the project reviewer on this as well. So he works with me, and you've been doing this for too long. Come in the lift, and
Yeah, we'll continue this on the way up.
So, what do you think so far? What's your favourite bit?
I do like the long escalators. I was getting some nice shots of those earlier. The platforms, of course, as with all Elizabeth line stations, are really spacious, so I'm a big fan of that. It's really nice. I will say it's a very nice station. And the entrance where we're heading up to now is also nice. May I ask what? Because I noticed this at Battersea Power Station as well. You've sort of got these intermediate floors. Do you know what they're for?
I do indeed. They're kind of the equipment floors that allow the station to operate. So everything you see, like air movement, water, all the services that supply the station go onto those floors.
Ah, excellent. Fantastic. I knew they'd have a purpose, I just didn't know what it was, you know?
Yeah, well, of course, it's the staff need accommodation, the staff need obviously welfare facilities as well, and that's where it's housed. So they've got brand new facilities as well.
Brilliant, thank you so much. I've been wondering that for ages. And then, yeah, we're back here.
So I had a look at the Hanover Square entrance, the darkness once again reminding me of how early in the morning it still was, before taking my picture with the roundel and making my way down to the platforms. This cross passage may not be the biggest on the network, but it's still huge. These escalators are for the Davies Street entrance, although they first lead to an intermediate level, which has an interchange to the London Underground part of the station.
And then, from the shiny and new to the old and a bit more grotty. Central line there, Jubilee line there, Elizabeth line back down there.
It's also worth noting that this connecting passage is so long, they've had to put a bench halfway down. A small part of me wonders if this little indent in the tunnel is some sort of passive provision for a future expansion. If you know, do let me know in the comments.
And the lift there, I'll check that out in a minute. Wait, there's writing like in the ceiling. Reflect from your shadow. That one doesn't say anything, that doesn't say from under the glacier. Ooh. I have no idea what any of that's about. If you know, leave a comment. In the meantime, up we go. Oh my goodness, there's a load of numbers and stuff. And now we're here. Okay. Yeah, I can see why people were saying they preferred this entrance to the other one. Definitely. Oh dear, those screens are... it's not having a good day, is it? So from the outside, this entrance looks a bit more unfinished. There's still a lot of scaffolding, still a lot of hoardings. But on the inside, I will say I prefer it to the other one. And when the scaffolding and hoardings are gone, this will look excellent, I'm sure. Also worth noting is that just down there, we've got one of the entrances to the conventional Bond Street tube station. Or, as we've discussed, you can do the underground interchange as well. There you go, so this lift goes to the Underground and the Elizabeth line, which means that there is an additional way to getting step-free access to the Central and Jubilee lines. I'm not sure if there was a way before. No, there was a way before, but there's an additional way now, which is lovely. So what have you got here?
This is me and my friend Chloe, who are artists, and we live in Abbeywood, and we came out and rated the stations when the first section started. And we've made a zine about our results. So you can read through, you can see what we saw. We've given you a special guided tour of Abbeywood, because that's where we're from. And then we've left a page for your own scores.
Love it.
Da-da-da.
So what would you rank this station as on your sort of ranking?
Oh my gosh, we need to sit down and confirm, me and my friend Chloe.
Yeah.
My name's Nikki. And yeah, we would have to confer on that. But yeah, you can check us out at Tunnel Tourists.
There you go, it says
Tunnel
there.
Tourists.
We haven't gone to the...
Right, everyone go check out at Tunnel Tourists on Instagram, Twitter,
On
things like that.
Instagram. On
Instagram, not Twitter, Instagram. Check them out.
Cheers, man.
This is the last one, perhaps the jewel in the crown, Bond Street Station. I think it's an incredible building, and I think it's fitting in the surrounds that it's in the Bond Street area. Some incredible architecture here, some great people working here, of course. They're the people that really make the difference. But yeah, really pleased that we're able to add Bond Street to the Elizabeth line service now.
Thoughts on the new station?
It's gorgeous, stylish, spacious, it's fantastic.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Our city and our country needs.
At this point, the National Theatre arrived and gave us a preview of one of the songs from their new play, Hex.
To carry me away to that brilliant day when I'm 16,
After the performance, I left the crowds and made my way back to the Hanover Square entrance, where Andy Byford, TfL's Chief Commissioner, was giving a speech to the team who helped deliver the station. The opening of the station marked his last day on the job before he returned to the USA.
One of the things I was just saying to the media was, because people don't realise how hard this station has been, how much we've driven it to the finish line. In the same way, of course, that we drove the main area, you know, the phase 3 to the finish line. But what amazed me, talking to Jim, was we are, and this obviously means something to you, the media were like completely blank. 3 weeks ahead of the terminus split, 2 months ahead of the P50, and 5 months ahead of the P80. That's not possible. That's just, it's impossible. How to do that? But it's because you are such a good team. And under Jim and Dave and Sharon and Kim and the whole leadership team, you've just stuck at it. And to me, this is, I get trouble with something. This is the most beautiful station, right? You know, I do like all the other ones, of course, but this one is just spectacular. So it is an absolute architectural and engineering and operational and logistical triumph. And you should all take a bow because you did it. And the media keeps saying to me, I said, it's a team effort, right? It's an absolute team effort, and collectively we drove this across the line. So congratulations, my friend, and go and have a break. It's just because that's my plan. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good job.
And finally, I also managed to land an interview with Andy Lord, who at the time of recording was TfL's Chief Operating Officer, and since Byford's departure has taken on the role of Interim Commissioner.
And today is an incredibly exciting day for us, the final piece in the jigsaw for the Elizabeth line. It's been amazing to see the look on customers' faces and really delighted to see it open. And of course in 2 weeks' time we increase the frequency of trains and the through running from Shenfield to Paddington and Reading and Heathrow through to Abbey Wood. So really exciting couple of weeks ahead of us.
Things like that. What else, I suppose, would you be looking forward to in the future? Like new stations, Brent Cross West, Bakerloo Line extension, anything like that?
Yeah, so we've got a number of programmes already underway. We've got the re-signalling of the subsurface railway, so District, Circle, Hammersmith and City and Metropolitan lines. We've got the Piccadilly line upgrade. I was just out seeing the first trains being built in Vienna 3 weeks ago. Really exciting project to be transformational for customers who use the Piccadilly line. New DLR fleet coming in 2024. We've got the Silvertown Road Tunnel, and of course we continue to invest in new buses and electrify the whole bus fleet. So huge amount to be getting on with.
That's good. So there's an exciting future for TfL then.
Yeah, very much hope so. Looking to work with government. If we could get funding for Bakerloo Line Extension, Crossrail 2, we can see now what the benefit of the first Crossrail's done. There's massive opportunity there, and hopefully we can find a way forward. But really excited about the future. A lot to be done, but today is a really satisfying day.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
All right, so there's still a load of people in there doing things. I'm doing the outro. It's significantly brighter than when I was last here. I'm doing it in the same place I did the intro this morning at the Hanover Square entrance of the new Bond Street station. It's the outro, so I get to say outro-y things. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and share and, do all the stuff that people ask you to do at the ends of videos. I'm going to leave you with a closing shot of something. I'm not sure what. Enjoy. Check out my other stuff if you like this kind of thing. Blah, 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 blah. See ya.